battery gonna last as long as the battery lasts.
Yes, I realize.
And when it don't last, we are done.
Hello. Welcome to a visit with Nana and Papa.
Nana, Papa. No, I'm sure that's ever shocker.
We're
Valerie,
coming to you,
Jim.
yeah, coming to you from Austin, Texas. Today is mid-June, whatever the middle. It's not the 20th yet, and it's after the 15th. So somewhere in between there on a Saturday.
It is Saturday, May 20th.
Oh, it is the 20th.
You want to start this over?
No. So next weekend is Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll have a job offer by then to a different job. One can hope. Anyway, we had a relatively quiet week. Well, not work-wise, but just life-wise. Not a lot going on. We will be putting some video at the end because we did go to the closest yarn shop to us that I haven't gone to in a really long time because I had a really bad experience a long time ago, and apparently they've had new owners for quite some time. And thank you, Tania, for letting me know. By the way, if you don't follow Tania, you should. She's awesome. I'll have her link down below because I can never remember, but I think it's Breakfast Crew. But it's her and her daughter just brings me great joy. Her drawing is incredibly talented, and yeah, I never ever miss them. Anyhow, we did go there. Jim did a tour. It's a really small spot, so it's not as big as Hill Country, so I don't think the video is nearly as long as the last one.
And there's not a whole lot of commentary because I pretty much already commentaried. Yarn is yarn, needles are needles. They did have some interesting stuff, though. They had an antique spinning wheel that they got off from Facebook Free Cycles. Here, take this crap out of my garage. Okay, thanks. Yeah, that's where they got their spinning wheel.
But
it's one of the
really
ladies
nice.
gives us directions, so
it's a really nice. Yeah, we didn't get anybody's name, but it's a really nicely laid out store, and I'm really happy because they have some West Yorkshire spinners, yarn that I've been wanting to try for a very long time, and it looks like they have sparkles. So for those of us in the U.S., I found a sparkle. We have sparkle.
Yeah.
Anyway. I would love to purchase things from Crafty Jackalope, but it's in Canada and it's outside my price range, and I have to deal with maybe not customs, but definitely with shipping from Canada to me, and it's just anyway. So if you can shop from Crafty Jackalope, she's awesome, small business, but if also the yarn shop here, the yarn shop was called Gauge, Gauge, and it is in Austin, Texas. So that'll be at the end. Do you have anything jumping, or you want me to jump in, or?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have 3 projects.
You met a new friend while you were there.
Oh, I did. I met a new friend. Her name is Hillary, and she is so nice, and she is a linguistics professor from Kentucky, and she's going to help me with my Spanish, and I am going to help her with knitting. It's a win-win situation. And just very, very, very nice. And she's going to teach me how to make tamales without lard using olive oil so that Jim can have tamales again. And she makes vegetarian tamales, which is also exciting. But I want to talk about my whips. I do not have any finished objects. I feel like I barely got anything done. But
you
then
got a lot done.
I look at it and go, okay, you got a lot done. But it feels like I didn't get anything done.
Especially when you started Sophia's sweater 4 times.
This is true. But, so, first, I am going to put a video in maybe right here. Yarn, right? All the balls of yarn?
No, I can see 3 of them.
Can you see my knitting or just the balls of yarn?
Yep. See your knitting. See White, black, white.
Okay. Record for me, please.
It's been recording.
Oh, well then we'll leave it recording. You can stop it now. We're gonna insert it. I'll cut this out and we'll put this in. I'm gonna put in a video and it's gonna go over how I'm doing this as far as my yarn management. But this is Intarsia and it is going to be a Wednesday sweater. If you have seen the Netflix show Wednesday Addams, which I am obsessed with and want to rewatch it again, even though we've watched it once and now twice, and I want to watch it a third time.
It doesn't take that long to rewatch it. It's a fun show.
It's a really fun show. And but this is one of the sweaters that she wore in the show, and I think it's cute, and so I'm making it for Sophia. And I don't think she knows it's coming, but her mom knows it's coming, and her mom likes it, so there's that. So I'm really happy about that.
And that's a lot. That's a lot of progress for one week.
Yes, I started this on Sunday, and this is Saturday, so this is basically 7 days of knitting, a little less than 7 days of knitting. And I have to finish this set of squares, and then I'll have another white square up here, and then I'll start the shaping for a sleeve. It's a sleeve for a size 8 little girl sweater, so it's not like it's going to be this huge big armhole for me. So hopefully next time you see it, I'll at least have this panel done and started on the next panel. But the yarn management, I'm really impressed with how I'm doing it, because it's just epic. It's so easy, and huge shout out to Gwen Bortner for teaching me mirrored knitting, and a huge shout out to Sylvia Watts Cherry for teaching me Intarsia, because of them I think this looks amazing.
It does.
And I would not have the skills necessary without having the classes I've taken from both of them.
And if you could see it up close, the material is really nice, the way it actually comes out. Now see, she's holding it up and it's spreading out, but when it's actually just laying down, it's very, it's smooth.
I'm super happy because it's a fingering weight sweater, and we live in Austin, Texas, so anything more than fingering weight is just too much most of the time. So this should be lightweight enough that she can wear it most of the time. And it'll be a vest, but I think she should be able to wear it as a tee. Anyway, that's it for that one. Did you want to talk about something?
Well, we've been doing walking.
Yes, we have.
We've been doing walking. We've been averaging 2.5 miles a day. Not all at one time, trust me. I walk with my little can of Boost Oxygen, and probably every 0.06 of a mile, I have to stop and breathe. And by the time we make it to 0.24, I pretty much had all I'm going to have, and we're going to take a break. And we rest a little bit, and then we'll go and walk again. And we do that, I don't know, 1/4 mile at a time. We get 2.5 miles every day. But we do it 1/4 mile at a time. And I'm okay with that, because it beats the hell out of not doing any miles at a time. So,
Yep. And I'm hoping to get built up so that my walking through the airports is no big deal, and my walking at Rhinebeck is no big deal. Although, if you're going to Rhinebeck, and yes, I am going, it's going to happen. My tickets are bought, my lodging is paid for, I am going. I might be eating ramen the whole time I'm going there, but I'm going.
Ramen's
Anyway.
not bad food.
I do not like ramen, though.
But if you read ramen, it says, if you want to make ramen better, add pork, or add chicken, or add beef. Most of the people who are eating ramen on a regular basis are eating it because they do not have pork, chicken, or beef.
So anyway,
If
I'm
they
just
had-
saying.
If they could afford beef at $9 a pound,
cup of noodles, something like that might be my sustenance, but I don't care.
Go with ramen because they don't have nearly the same chemical taste as a cup of noodles.
And if I get this new job, maybe it won't be a bit. But anyway, regardless, I will be there. However, I will be on the hill, which I understand is not a real hill anyway. But I will be on what is called the hill, and I will be sitting there most of the time on Saturday. I'll leave to use the latrine or to get some water or whatever. But I will be hanging out there so people can come and say hello to me, because I will not be navigating all them barns and to go shopping. Because I don't need any more stuff brought into the house. I'm not saying that I won't cave and buy something. I am not saying that. I'm just saying that I'm not walking through all that stuff. So if somebody comes over and they show me something, it's like, okay, what barn is that in? And I will judge how far that barn is and how packed that barn is as to whether it...
And how long the line to check out is.
Yeah, I have to check it, all that stuff to see is it really worth it for me
You're
to go.
standing in line as long to buy yarn as people at Disneyland are standing in line to go for a ride.
No. It's longer not to pay for yarn. It's longer to get food at Rhinebeck than it is to get yarn. Apparently last year you could have stood in line for 2 hours to get donuts only to find out they ran out 10 people before you.
See, that's why you bring your spouse and you just park their ass in here, stand in this line. Well, why? Because I'm going to go somewhere else, and you're going to spend 2 hours standing in line. Read your book. Okay.
Anyway,
And when they come back and like, you're not in the line anymore. Well, I got to the front of the line and you were gone, so.
Trust me, I'd love for you to come, but I don't think you would enjoy it.
I'd be with you. Of course I would enjoy it.
But I would love for you to be there with me.
I love you.
Okay, so...
Oh, you did not show them your...
Oh,
stitch
but
marker.
I don't remember who it is. It's a really cute stitch marker. It's a gal from California. If I can find the details for the shop, it is really cute though. And
it's a little leprechaun.
These are my favorite. If you need to put a progress keeper on, these beaded progress keepers, they're the best because they do not have any weight at all, and they do not pull on your stitches in any way, shape, or form. I've gotten other stitch markers given to me, or progress keepers, but they're heavy and they weigh down what you're marking, so it's not my favorite.
Birthdays. Toby Heineken, happy birthday. And our niece, Sierra Merrill.
Yeah.
She is not a little girl anymore. She's a full-grown, big girl adult and living on her own, I think.
I believe.
So, happy birthday, Sierra. Happy birthday, Toby. Toby got a promotion at work, and his promotion forced him to pack his shit and move to Hawaii. So, with the promotion comes punishment.
I don't know.
Toby's digging it, so it's not really a punishment if you're happy there. I was stationed in Hawaii for, 3 years? My first 365 days of being stationed on a boat in Hawaii, USS Benjamin Stoddard, I was in total 35 days, not in a row. You took all of the calendar days that the USS at Benjamin Stoddard was in port in Honolulu, Hawaii. It was 35 days. Out of those 35 days, I had duty for 20 of them. So I spent 15 whole days actually able to go and see the island of Honolulu, Hawaii, Oahu, for my first year. And for that first year, I thought Hawaii was great. Because you know why? Because they like you if they don't see you. If they see you more than twice or 3 or 4 times, then they figure out you're not a visitor. You live there. And you go from being a source of income to being a haole. And haole is not human. They are,
We're not gonna go. We are not gonna go there. And I know how
Yes,
you feel,
dear.
but we're not gonna go there because that's your experience, and that doesn't mean all people. It's just we're gonna
Mine.
leave it there.
But I didn't actually get to spend a whole great deal of time in Hawaii when I was stationed in Hawaii. And my friend Shane Jenkins, when he got there, he's like, wow, this place is so green. Okay, he is from Henderson, Nevada. Henderson is a suburb of Las Vegas. So he is marveling at how green it is in Hawaii. How does it stay so green? And then we happened to be there during the rainy season. And one of the days one of the weekends we were in port, it was during the rainy season. And it doesn't rain in Hawaii. If somebody just takes a gigantic island-sized bucket of water and dumps it on the island. You can't even see through the water. And it does this for days and days and days. And by the time Shane had his fill, he's like, okay, I'm not wondering how it's green. I'm wondering how it's still here.
Anyway,
Thank
thank you for the stories of Hawaii. And happy birthday, Toby.
Happy birthday, Toby.
If y'all remember, this was the Stephen West mkal twists and turns. However, I have turned it into a yoke for a sweater.
Is that not cool?
And so I have the neck bandage on there, and I have added the short rows. So now I am ready to split for sleeves. So the next time, this it only gets, he can tell you, I don't knit on it at home. I knit on this when we go in the car somewhere for going shopping or going somewhere in the car, because this is something I can take, and sometimes I take it walking, but not all the time. But it hasn't, I am trying really hard to work on this when we're at home, when I'm at my desk, because that's where it's laid out. And then if I'm not at my desk, I'm working on another project, which I'll show you in a moment. But this has also been getting love when I leave the house. So hopefully the next time you see it, it will actually be split for sleeves. And we will have some work done on the body. I am going to go ahead and knit the body before I decide what to do about the sleeves. A really big part of me is thinking just do short sleeves, because if I want to wear it more than just a couple of days a year, short sleeves is the way to go. So I haven't decided yet. So that's coming along. I did want to show the bags that I'm using. So this is the main bag. I forget that I don't show you guys this. This bag is from, I'll put it down below. I hope she's still selling. The lady that I got this from, she is from the Bronx, I want to say. But definitely from one of the 5 boroughs in New York. And she has a shop on Etsy. And every single one of her bags, I just really, really love them. The ones that I have. And this is one of them. It's her large bucket bag. It has nice drawstring, so it holds it tight. I don't like zippers around my yarn if I can help it, because I will always zip that yarn right into that zipper every single time. And I'm not saying it's not that other people can't do it right. I'm just saying that I can't do it right. But I do have some of these bags like this that have snaps on them. And these are from Sue in Canada, and if you follow Distant Stitches on YouTube, I'll link them as well. Sue is one half of the Distant Stitches, and they are currently they're in Montreal for, I want to say Knit City, Montreal, but it could be something else, but I want to say Knit City, Montreal. But they are currently in Montreal at the festival. And so I'm very, very, very happy for them. But these bags are great. If you have never used them, you can snap them together by folding the fabric down, and then they stay together, and then your project's yarn stays together. Or if it's a yarn that you're not using yet, which in this case, this yarn is not in use yet, I can fold it up and snap it closed and keep the dust and the whatever out. So I really like these bags. I think they're great. Great for yarn management. And yarn, I probably should say yarn even though we've talked about this one before. The dark yarn, the teal, is called Spruce, and it is from the Knitting Place, New York. Dinah, and they have a podcast, Dinah and Pam, and Dinah carries Moondrake, and this is the Moondrake 4-ply fingering, I'm pretty sure, in the Spruce colorway. I don't know that they have any in stock, but that's what the yarn is. And then this is BFL, 100% BFL 4-ply, dyed by me. So, not very exciting, but I'm excited for the project. And that's it for that work in progress. Do you want to talk about one of your movies or a book or a...
Well, I saw an interesting movie. It's really been chewed up and spit out by the critics because the critics didn't like it because it's based on an anime that the critics didn't like either. Because the anime is based on a comic. So apparently they just don't like it changing genres from comic to cartoon to live action. But the live action is kind of a blend of cartoon and live action. It's got live action actors, but most of the stuff is very obvious CGI. So to me, that's cartoons. That's anime. If you're making all your shit with a computer, then it's not a movie. It's a cartoon. It's animated. If you did not actually build a set for anything and everything is shot against a green screen, I don't know. But I do believe that they could do a remake of Heavy Metal, the movie from back in the 70s, maybe 80s. But they could do a remake of Heavy Metal, and because of all the CGI that's available now, Heavy Metal would be an amazing, amazing movie without being stoned to watch it. So, there's that. But this is called The Knights of the Zodiac. And it's okay. It's a good, entertaining hour and a half. It's not long. It's not, oh my God, that's amazing for the acting or the animation. But it is a good hour and a half of entertainment. And there's worse fare out there. So give the guys a boost and go see it. Hell, it's probably going to be streaming on something pretty soon. Speaking of streaming, we have been trying to get time to see Air, the Michael Jordan story. And we didn't get to see it at the theater, but it is now on Amazon Prime. So I haven't seen it. I want to see it, but I haven't seen it. So if you have Amazon Prime, check out Air and tell us what you think. Because I am interested. Sometime this week, we are probably going to see Air. Probably. While I'm talking about movies, I had to go see this movie at Cinemark because they didn't have it at any of the AMCs. I pity the people who only have Cinemark for their theaters.
True.
Their recliner is not even like Lazy Boy. It props your feet up and that's it. The back doesn't go back. And you're like, well, you're not sleeping. No, but you want to be comfortable. It's not exactly a comfortable seat. It's not a heated seat. It's hard to tell what your seat is because it's not a lit seat. So finding your seat and all that was not a great time. And then I bought a large drink. And every theater in Austin, except Cinemark, if you pay the money for a large drink, which you could have bought a 12-pack of soda at the grocery store for the price of that large drink, you get a free refill. But at Cinemark, they got a sign. Refills are not available at this time. That's not true. You're just not giving them. They are available. The machine's still there. It still spits out soda. You just got to put the cup under it and push it. It's available. You're just not doing it. So I said, hey, can I talk to a manager? And, well, why? And I said, well, because I'm going to put this on my Google review of you. And I want to hear it straight from the manager as to why you're the only theater chain in Austin that does not give a free refill when you're still charging $6 for a soda. And all of your competitors have figured out how to give a free refill, and you haven't. So I'm just quick. And the manager came and talked to me. She was very pleasant. We were very nice to each other. And it's a corporate thing. It is a Cinemark's decision that they will not give free refills. But they've kept their prices down. I said, no, you have not. I go to all the theaters, and your prices are not down. And your large is a medium at Regal. And your popcorn is it is a small at Regal. 2 of your large popcorns will make 1 large popcorn at Regal. So you haven't really kept anything down other than your services. And I said, but thank you for your time. And then I went and wrote her a review. And I said that the manager was a nice person. And then I went ahead and told him that as far as value goes, Cinemark's not it. It's more expensive in every category, and it's not as good. So why go there? I don't, but if I don't have to. But I did check out a new author.
Can we
What?
like
What?
throw some knitting in between all your books and movies and
Shh. Throw some knitting in there, Nana. Knitting Nana. Maybe that's what we should call it. Knitting Nana.
Okay, so I have another whip.
I thought you'd already covered all your whips. You had everything you had in front of you done.
No.
Oh.
I do not. I have not.
You're going into the postage stamp dress.
It's not a dress, thank you, smart pants. Okay, so here's my pride tee. Not a ton of work on it. However, I did try it on. And when I put this here, it comes down way down. And so I've decided someone said I should rip it out. I'm not going to rip it out. I am going to fold this over, but then push this up. It's easier to show you on the other side. So I am going to, in the middle of this, fold it over like this. So
you know how if you got a pair of
down,
pants that don't fit because they're too big, and you just take it and you roll it over, and then you put a safety pin through it, and expecting that someday you're going to be fat enough that these pants will fit?
No, I'm just thinking.
She is just doing this permanently. She is rolling this over so she doesn't have to take out all that work that she did knitting.
But also, I think that if I do this and I seam it together and I add that whatever, it's going to have stitches holding it together. And I may do it this way, either way. But I'm thinking that if I seam it together and seam it down to where there's a little bit of a padding on my shoulders, it's going to make this stronger, the part where it is up here stronger, and it'll make it more comfortable. So that's where I'm at right now.
It'll give you,
I'm not saying
it'll give you
I'm gonna
padding
do it.
for your purse when we can insert a marble, and you can put a marble in there, and then you have something to keep your purse from rolling off your shoulder. There's children watching. You should not do that. Bad Nana. Bad Nana. Hi.
I still love you. You're still number 1.
Yeah, I know.
I love you though.
I love you too.
Anyway, so tell me what you think. Would you just rip out all this stitching and start over with it? The reason that I don't want to isn't that I don't want to reknit or hate reknitting. To be honest with you, I don't want to re-pick up all these stitches. Because that was so hard. But
Oh,
maybe that's what I'll do.
where's your other knee brace at?
So please, I don't know, maybe in the it's right there, up on the. Just give me your opinion. For right now, I'm just gonna put it in its bag. And by the way, the bag for this I'm using is from Gemma B Makes. I think you might be able to read it, but it might be backwards. I don't know. But Gemma B Makes. She's from the UK. I absolutely love her bags. One of the best things about her bags, bar none, is that when I carry them, I do it like this when I'm walking, and they don't do this. They don't flop around. And sometimes I will do them like this, which makes it even more likely that they won't flop around. And I need a bag that I can go walking with and still knit, especially because we're really trying to walk more. And you'd be amazed at how many stitches can get done on a project just when I'm walking.
Of course, we do something called a hall crawl. If it's nasty weather or just don't have the time to go down to the gym and use all the equipment and bull stuff's there, my sister said I need to quit swearing as much because there's children watching. So I'm working on it. Anyway, most of the time when she's walking, she's not knitting if we're doing a hall crawl. She's doing Duolingo.
That too.
And she's got like almost 3,000 experience points now.
I have 20,000 experience points.
Excuse me. Holy crowley. But she's doing really good on her Spanish. She's doing really good. I'm still going to have to learn Spanish because now she talks in her sleep in Spanish. So, you got that going for you.
I was already talking in my sleep.
Yeah, but now you're doing it in a foreign language as well. Check this out. See this? This is a sleeve for your knee. And it is copper. Who makes this?
I have no idea.
Well, we'll put a link to it. You get it on Amazon. It's $10 for a pair. And I tell you what,
They have
made
my fall,
a difference.
They have made all the difference for me.
Going up and down stairs is no longer one stair at a time and grimace and just pain. You can actually walk stairs like a normal person.
I actually went down the stairs today as if nothing had ever happened. But as soon as I take the brace off, if I try to go down the stairs without it, my knee is saying very bad words to me.
Going up and down stairs without the braces is just absolutely hideous. The braces make a great difference. I wear them all the time because when I get up and walk, I still need the support. Valerie doesn't like wearing hers when she's just sitting because she thinks it's too tight. So she puts it on when she's walking, takes it off when she's not. But I think she needs to work on keeping that on because when she gets up and walks in the house, she's still making her knee unhappy.
Yeah, but sitting with it causes great pain when I'm sitting, so no.
But check them out. They're available on Amazon for $10 for a pair. And they work good. They're pretty damn comfortable. And I will keep them. We're
not sponsored. We're not big enough to be sponsored. This is just our experience, just so you know.
And we tried 3 different ones, and this is the one that actually stuck. This is the one that she said, yeah, this is good. And
it stays where it's supposed to, and it doesn't hurt me to wear it.
And since she had 2 of them and was only using 1 of them, I used 1 of them. And I said, damn, I should have 1 on both legs. So we bought a whole nother set. And now I got the old set and she got the new set because she's my darling. Oh, now.
They weren't that old. And don't make him think that, trick you into these were year-long, 2 years
they're
long.
like a week old. But hey, I still gave you the new ones.
I'm just saying, it's not like you went out of your way to get... I'll take these ratty old nasty things. That is not what happened.
Well, I hope they don't get ratty old nasty in a week.
I'm just saying that you made it sound like She had to have the new ones.
I didn't say she had to have anything. I said I gave them to her
I
because I
know,
love you.
I love you too, but I'm
Now,
just saying.
back to, I found a new author, A.C. Cobble. He's writing a series of books called Warheit. And it takes place in his own little magical, mystical universe. But a lot of the nationalities have similarities to nationalities on planet Earth. So it's not all foreign and weird. It's just, hey, that sounds a lot like Russia. That could be South America. Could be, but it's not. It's got its own thing. But he's got 2 books in the series right now. The first one is Conspiracy, and the second one is Revenge. I have finished Conspiracy, and I recommend it. Give it a read. It'll take you a little while. It's not a short book, but it is told from the point of view of the different main characters. It's similar in nature, but not at exactly the same. Similar in nature to Kevin Hearn's new series, which Kevin Hearn has a November 7th release date for book 3 in the.
Consider.
No.
Oh.
No, this is the other.
new series.
You haven't been reading this one yet.
Oh, okay.
This is the Curse of Krakens.
Ah.
And his is really interesting. But right now we're talking about A.C. Cobble, Warheit, and Conspiracy.
Don't tell him any details. Just tell him that you would recommend it.
It has dragons, and it has magic. Not really, sort of. And what's really interesting is this author made dragons part of the Fae.
That's cool.
So it is an interesting twist and take on where dragons fit into the magical spectrum. Give it a read. You can read it on Kindle Unlimited for free, and that's always a good way to read. Kindle Unlimited for free, because if you find out that this is not your cup of tea, you can pour that tea down the drain and you didn't spend $15 on it.
Yes, but you can also buy it from the author if you find you do like it, to support them.
Yes,
I'm just saying.
if you, I am right there with you, because that's what I do for Victor Klaus. I discovered Victor Klaus and became friends with Victor Klaus a month before he died. He died from leukemia. And when I met Victor, he was about the same age as my son-in-law, and he had a daughter the same age as one of my granddaughters. So I have a soft spot in my heart for Victor Klaus's wife and kids. And his brother finished the series for him. He took all of Victor's notes and everything, and he finished the series. So every year on Victor's birthday, I go on Facebook, I go on Amazon, and I tell people, if you haven't read the books, read them, because that will be some income from Amazon for his wife. If you have read the books, every year commit to buying one. Buy the next book and buy the next book, so that even though Victor is dead, Victor is still supporting his family in the best way he knew how. So Victor Klaus, you can Google him. Check him out on Goodreads, check him out on Amazon. He was a good guy. So here's to you, Victor.
Can I go back to knitting for a minute?
Sure. Knit something. You've been knitting the whole time. What are you going to go
No,
back to?
I want to talk to knitting.
Oh, you want to talk about knitting.
Okay, we talked about this sweater.
Yeah. Oh, you got the
And
new sweater.
We talked about ripping it all out. We talked about what my options were, because I didn't have any of the yarn used to make this sweater. I caved and I bought one more skein. This is Barnyard Knits African Violet. If you want to know how it knits up, the top part is held with a undyed yarn. The middle part here is held double. Down here it's held with a pink, and then a purple, and then this is just purple. And then here it's held with green, and then here's the green by itself. So that kind of helps you see how it would knit up. I am going to held it double because what I am planning to do is just below the split for sleeves, so right about here, I am going to put needles in, and I am going to put one above and one below, and we are going to cut the yarn and unravel it both ways, and then we are going to put one half on hold, which will be the bottom half, and then we're going to knit until we get the length that I want the body to be, and then we will Kitchener the bottom back to the top, and then if I feel like it, I will also do the sleeves. I don't usually like long sleeves, so that remains to be seen, but definitely this body has got to have at least 2 inches more, preferably more. But we have yarn to make that happen. Thank you, Mr. Fisher, for agreeing to let me get
I love you.
the yarn.
Did we talk about hemp oil last week?
We did not. You weren't even talking to me about it.
Bought some hemp oil. It's not the same thing as CBD oil. It's very similar because it comes from the same plants. But hemp oil has been around for a long time, and because they passed a law back in 2018 for the farmers, it made it so that hemp oil is much more available and tradable. I would have got that for you, loved one.
Okay.
You can take it internally. To me, it kind of tastes like grass clippings, but it's not a horrible taste, and you can drink something else to get it out of your mouth if you're not liking it. But I have found that it has helped with my arthritis and my neuropathy. But you can rub it on, and I showed it to my sister. She got some from my mom. If you haven't tried it and you have joint pain, arthritis, whatever, it's like $12 for a bottle, 4-ounce bottle at Amazon. And I could get it. I think I showed it to. I think I showed it to him last week. I'm not sure, but
Maybe. I don't remember.
I tell you what, if you haven't tried it, give it a shot because it's made a lot of difference. But here is the drawback: you got to keep it in the refrigerator. So when it's on my desk, I'm a lot more inclined to squirt it and rub it on, and oh man, that's better. When it's in the refrigerator, well, now I got to get up and go to the refrigerator, squirt this cold ass shit, and I'm not all that happy about it. So, you know what? Spends a lot of time in the refrigerator by itself. So, there's that. But I'm working on my laziness, and I will start going in there and squirting cold oil on me. I have never heard of anybody in the world that thought cold oil was a treatment for Jack Doodah.
You don't have to put it on cold. You put it in your hands. You go, and then you put it where you need it. You warm it up.
Yep.
Anyway.
I love you.
I love you too. You mean the world to me.
What else you got? Oh, your blue and white checker thing? Your gingham?
No, this is not for the gingham. This is definitely not for the gingham.
Okay, this is the crochet along thingy?
Yes! I love you. Who's it for?
Gary.
Do you know what his channel is called?
Gary Knits and Rides, I think.
Gary Knits, Gary Rides. That's his name on Facebook, or on Instagram, and on YouTube. And
it's for Gary.
He's doing a crochet along and a knit along. 2 different possible patterns for the knit along and 1 for the crochet along.
Isn't his ride kind of a ride along? You don't have to ride the whole thing, but if you want to, you can come and join him on whatever segments where you live.
I don't think so, no. No, it's like the one here. It is, you sign up and you ride with them the whole amount. But if you don't want to ride a bike for 500 and some odd miles, you don't have to. He's riding a bike from San Francisco to Los Angeles for I can't remember the name of it, but it's End AIDS Cow. It's his cow. And the organization that does these rides supports 2 LGBTQ organizations that help with AIDS treatment and AIDS research. And he does the cows as a fundraiser for the ride that he does, and he's been doing the ride for a long time. There is a similar ride here in Austin. I know there's one in, I think there's one in Maryland. I know there's one in New York. So they're kind of everywhere, I think. I don't know. But either way, I think it's great.
Better talk about your yarn. We're running out of time.
But this yarn is Knit Picks Galileo, and it was in my stash. And so I'm going to do the crochet along, and I mentioned it here previously. And one of the folks who watch stepped up to offer to have and to pay for another pattern for the crochet along if somebody couldn't afford it. But no one has stepped up to say that they need or want the pattern. Either I'm assuming they already have it or they're not planning on crocheting it. But I just really, really want to thank that viewer because that was super kind. And she's not in the U.S., but she was willing to buy the patterns for someone who couldn't afford to participate, and that was really kind.
Speaking of kind, I got some kind people who were sending us comments and saying they enjoyed the music and asking for some more. So I very well may play something for my babies, and then she can record it and just stuff it in there somewhere as a surprise. And you'll be watching, and then all of a sudden we're not talking and I'm playing the guitar. Who knows? But
I can be hopeful.
Alice,
I can be hopeful.
I sent your response. While I do also love Sir Elton John, I do not currently play anything by Sir Elton John, but I am game to learning something because what a profound influence that man had. Speaking of Sir Elton John, if you have not watched the musical with Taron Egerton, watch it. It is great. He does all of his own singing, and he was picked by Elton John to do this. So
It's pretty good.
Elton John.
What the hell? I'm so sorry, yo.
Yeah, I ran a brush through mine.
So this never occurs to me anyway.
See, Elton John met him in the filming of one of the Kingsman movies, the second one. The second one had Elton John as a guest star in the movie, and that is where he met Taron Egerton. And they became friends, and when the biopic about Elton John was being talked about, he said, yeah, okay, I want him. And he got him, and it's a great movie, so give it if you like Elton John, check out the movie. The movie made me respect Elton John even more because a lot of famous people, when they have a biopic or something like that, they want that shaded a lot. They don't want to have all the, well, yeah, he did do that. Well, he did do some drugs. Well, he did screw somebody over. Well, he wasn't a very nice friend. Elton John, when they made this movie, he made this movie with them. He was a part of it, and he made sure that they included all of it. The light, the dark, the gray, the white, the black, because he did not want to give his fans a misrepresentation of the person that he is. And I find that just highly respectable. I don't think there's a lot of people who have biographies done on them that are that dedicated to making sure people know them for who they are. What do you think?
Not a lot. Ego gets in the way.
So I think kudos to Sir Elton John, and I will learn a song for you, Alice. Barbara, You said you'd like to hear some more. Let me know what you like to hear. If people don't
I
tell
want
me
some
what
of
they
your
want to hear,
originals.
then they're going to get my originals because that's what my wife wants to hear. Only she doesn't want to hear certain originals because she won't put them in here.
No, if she starts playing, I will tell you. If y'all want to hear some of his not appropriate for YouTube songs, which there are a lot of them, you are welcome to come on to one of my Zooms on Sunday, on Tuesday, on Thursday, and you can request, is Jim home and will he play one of his songs? And if everybody on there is okay with the adult nature of his originals, then that's fine, but we will never post them here on YouTube.
Yeah.
What do you want? Sophia?
No, I would not want my new grandchildren to hear certain
Any
songs.
of those songs.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with That's Why I Drink. That's a funny song.
No, that's not. I wasn't thinking of that one. I was thinking your version of
Randy Travis. No.
Or your version of the fireman, or lots of those things.
Yeah.
Let's just say, Leslie, when you do your epic Christmas stuff, he can't keep it clean. When he takes a song and turns it and uses that music to make something different, it's never clean.
It's kind of like Weird Al, just naughty.
Very naughty. Anyway,
I'm good. You good?
no, I was gonna say something. Oh, I have been remiss and keep forgetting, and it bugs me a lot. So I wanted to say there are a lot of things that we can do for each other and for this community. And so I know that the Magpies are still doing a fundraiser for Lola Bean for this quarter. I know Lola Bean is still doing a fundraiser for this quarter. Knit the Rainbow is still doing a fundraiser. I don't know if it's still available, but one of my favorite yarn dyers, and I can see his face, but for some reason it's not coming to me. It'll be in the down bar under the fundraisers. He released a new fundraiser yarn color, which is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And so that'll be down there. And so anyway, if you can, make a difference. And I don't know if Laura from Always Be Kind Yarn will watch this, but I know that tomorrow is going to be a really hard day for her. So even if you don't follow her, if you could, I don't know, pop over to her Instagram, Always Be Kind Yarn, and just say sharing the love tomorrow, or even today. I think all of us could make a big difference on one of the hardest days of the year. My children's birthdays right now are really hard for me to live through, and my children are still living. I can't imagine what it is that she goes through, and now another friend of mine, Deborah, is going through the same thing. This weekend was the funeral for her son, and no parent wants to bury their child. None. We just don't. And trying to figure out how to navigate life afterwards is often difficult. And the hardest days are usually the day of their passing every year and their birthdays. So, love you, Laura. Love you lots. That's all I got.
I love you.
I love you too. We will see you next time. After this, don't pass them. I'm gonna put in
Hazel. Hi, Hazel. Everybody, Hazel says, be kind.
Hazel's and her family are at the beach.
Ooh, lucky Hazel.
So at the end, I'm gonna put in the yarn stuff, and if I can talk him into picking up a guitar before I edit all of this, well, even if it's not a full song, we might We might sneak something in there. Peace, y'all.
There you go. I think it's going. Yeah, it's going. Hey, deer in the headlight look. That's an awesome. You're going to edit that one out, right?
I was not expecting that.
Uh-huh. You give me a phone, you not expect me to take a look at my wife. Hey, I think you are delirious. Once again, we are in a yarn shop, and lo and behold, they have yarn. Lots and lots of yarn. Ooh, check this out. That's nice.
Finding anything today? No, we're just looking. Have you been in before? Excuse me? Have you been in before? No, we have not. So the store's organized by gauge. We have the lightest weight in the front, that corner, that's our least weight area. Okay. Then we have fingering in this area, sport, DK, worsted is in the back of this room. Okay. And then our other room has chunky, bulky, super bulky, acrylic, and sail yarns. Awesome. Yeah. So
hey, you want to do that again for the camera?
Man, I'll do my best.
Okay. She's smiling, but you can't see it. Yes. That's okay.
The store's organized by gauge, so we have the lightest weight in the front over there. Then we have fingering weight in this area, sport weight in this area, DK weight over there.
Okay, over there.
Worsted is in the back of this room, and then our other room is chunky, bulky, super bulky, and acrylic, and sail.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Now, are any of your finished objects for sale, or are they just for display?
Just for display.
Do you have the patterns?
Yes.
Okay.
Except for that woven scarf right there. That was made by one of our clients. He made that for our 15th anniversary, which we had this past October.
That's cool. 16 years.
15 years, right?
15, Us old people are hard of hearing. I don't think this counts as yarn. That looks like thread. Now that is colorful.
Is that the stripes pattern, or what pattern is that?
That
I
is.
didn't follow the stripes, but the patterns are the actual shape. Is Scrappy Striver. Yeah.
Okay.
From the trans. But what I did is I took all my scraps, threw them on the bed, and put colors that I didn't like in the mix. Okay. And then I arranged them in the order I liked. And then I counted them. Yeah. And then I divided the gauge I had in my swatch. How many yards I wanted to get it.
Old rusted chair, hand-dyed yarns. Now that's a unique name.
And then I changed colors. It's fabulous.
Yeah.
And what's a yarn shop without alpacas? Again. Well, check this out, little tiny sweater. Carrot rabbit?
Oh, they get a little carrot. Yeah. You know, it was I think the pattern was called Rabbit Radish. So it's like a daikon radish, which is, carrot shaped essentially.
See, now all you need is a tuna next to it and a little wasabi, and you could have the sushi roll. For those of you who don't like sushi, too bad. Raw fish happened before cooked fish. Just saying. See, these are how you weave in your ends. Those of you who do. Unlike my wife, who still has sweaters that are at least a year or 2 years old that don't have the ends woven in, but she wears them all the time. You know what? That would irritate the living crap out of me. All those tickly, itchy things. No. You're going to make one for me. You're going to weave in the ends or give it to me, and I will weave in the ends. I am not a stranger to weaving in ends. Sometimes my wife asks me to weave in the ends. There's a difference between volunteering and being volunteered. Oh, check out this little knitting spinning wheel. That is archaic. Where'd you get your old spinning wheel?
It came off of what's it called? Not Free Cycle, Buy Nothing. Came off the Buy Nothing Facebook group.
Wow, that is cool.
Yeah. I need some repairs. And
Yeah.
there's a couple pieces missing, but
Well, those of us who play with wood could probably make them.
yeah, it's not too hard to.
Here we have. They wind a bobbin for you. Your yarn goes on here. And then they stretch that out until it stretches out the skein. Then they crank this and make you a bobbin. My wife has her own. Wow. Okay. Those are some complicated knitting knotties they look like. I'm not sure. It looks like how you would make a multi-strand yarn. But this is the sail section. They have books. How-to knitting instructions, wool addicts. I wonder if there is a support group for that. If there is, I might hook my wife up. Wool addicts. Hi, there's me. Oh, what do we have here? This is for washing your fine woolens. You do it in the sink or in the tub. And you use a little dab of this, kind of like Brill cream. A little dab will do you. Or if you don't want to buy this expensive smelly stuff, you can just use Dawn.
No, because that stuff adds oils back in. Dawn
Oh.
strips oils.
She says, no, Dawn strips oils. This stuff adds oils back in. Because that's what you want is an oily sweater.
No. Wool has lanolin, which is an oil, and lanolin keeps the wool from being damaged and brittle. So it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Spinning oils, on the other hand, are not good for wool. So using Dawn to take out the spinning oils in a rustic yarn is a good thing, but using Eucalan or another similar soap that restores the health is a good thing. So both are equally good, but for different reasons.
Yeah. And check this out. I don't know if all those are for sale or if they're just for decoration. They look like they are for sale. But maybe not. There's a lot of them. A lot of stabby devices. It's some thick ass yarn. I don't know why the hell you would need that in Austin, Texas, but wow. That would be to make for somebody who lives north. You make them a nice warm something and send it to them because, see, look at this. Look at this. This is sweat waiting to happen. Just waiting. Just waiting. This was made for Austin. See how airy that is? Look at all the holes. That's made for Austin because it's hot here. And if you're going to wear one, it better be holy. As not as in blessed by the Pope, as in lots of airspace. Oh, check out the clock. I like it. It's a cool clock. More knitting needles. Knitter's Pride. Oh, Valerie's brand, Chagoo. But these are Chagoo bamboo. She likes Chagoo metal. Look at this shit. That's a yard dart. You just pulled the fins off a yard dart and made a knitting needle out of a yard dart. And these look like they go in a Nerf gun. I would try them in a Nerf gun. They look about the right size for a Nerf gun. They are not Nerfy, so if I shot you at this, you would know it. Well, you'd probably know it if I shot you with the Nerf too, but those are going to leave a mark. Valerie is looking at the on sale stuff. Good job, baby. On sale. What you're looking for?
I'm not looking. I'm just looking at.
Oh, just looking at.
I do have to show you something though that's not on sale.
Show me, show me.
It's not
What is
really-
this?
What is that?
It looked like for
It's a Swift.
yeah, it looked like a Swift for making multiple skeins of yarn into
No,
one.
there's 4 Swifts up there. There's 4 different ones. One's facing this way, one's facing that way.
They look like they all connected there, lover. Yeah, all one big
Oh,
bundle.
it is. It's all one.
Yeah,
I'm
that-
guessing it's.
I think that's for making a multiply yarn. That's my guess. Look, we have carbon dioxide recycling devices, also known as plants. Lots of plants, lots of plants.
That's a wheel.
I know, I already showed him the wheel. This antique wheel.
Yeah, but it's still. Could be functional. It's
Yeah,
just not.
just needs a little work. Needs some love.
Okay.
Like most things in the world, needs some love.
I could make your sister a sweater with this, and it would only take 2 skeins.
We'll have to see if she likes that purple.
They only have a few colors, but
Yep.
still, it's West Yorkshire spinners, not that it matters. Oh look, put this on there. They have radical threads, and it may not mean much to the rest of to some folks, but Radical Threads is a magazine that's 100% made from black makers, and the magazine's curated designers, the writers, everything. And it makes me so happy that this shop carries it.
Yeah, it's cool. I think we have covered everything.